What does the market decide to focus on now if we just begin to put this variant in perspective that it might not be a game changer?
I think the market starts focusing on how strong the economy is. We got to go back to the Friday, the shortened session, to really take a look at what got killed that day. And you go right back to those stocks, I think. I mean, we had Frank Del Rio on right now. I think you would say CEO of Norwegian Cruise. There's been no cancellations. The travel's going to increase again. I think international travel's next. I think it's become an acceptable risk. I really want to point out that I think, in retrospect, 3 was always right, and a lot of people at Pfizer knew 3 was much better, even as recently, 3-4 months ago. So I thought these interviews were terrific. I totally think, Joe, that we are at a point where we have to say, you know what, we got to go lead our lives. And if we're going to go lead our lives, everything that you're focused on right now is going to go higher. It's a great place to be. But also the economy's a juggernaut now, and we can accept the fact that we have to have rate increases and not kill the market. Well, Carl, the Goldilocks scenario, obviously, is that Omicron can spread more quickly, overtakes Delta, but has fewer life-threatening consequences. Now, that is the one that says open the doors and travel everywhere. It's almost too good to be true. But I do think what we're saying here is, I keep coming back to this notion of acceptable risk.
Right.
That we now know, unless you're immunocompromised, that you can go and do things that you might not have otherwise.
Borla was asked about that yesterday. Do you want everybody to just suddenly get this? He said, no, there's too many opportunities for mutation in that scenario. But to David's point, I mean, J.P. Morgan's outlook for the new year is out this morning. And I'll just read it. Our view is that 2022 will be the year of a full global recovery, the end of the pandemic, and a return to normal economic and market conditions we had prior to the outbreak.
Right. I mean, I've been working on what I'm going to say tomorrow for my Investing Club talk, and I just keep coming back to one word: boom. We had a boom develop, okay, and then that Friday brought everything down. Let's just use the Royal Caribbean, or you want to use United Air, but you want to use the credit card company, and the companies that are all cross-border. You come back and you say, wait a second, maybe we just go right back to the tape, and we start really moving as an economy, become international again. Not saying that Zoom is going to be disqualified as a way to do business travel. You have keyed endlessly on business travel, and that is important because business travel is the people who pay full boat.
Yes.
But I think that we could go to a period where we have an economic boom, not unlike post-World War I.
Post-World War I.
Well, when we realized that
roughly 100 years ago.
Well, that was when we had the so-called Spanish flu.
I see. Right.
Yeah.
That's what you're...
Right. That we had a boom post-Spanish flu. Well, I mean, it's an analog. What do you want me to do? Post-bubonic plague? Journal of the Plague Year? You want me to bring up Defoe? I mean,
globalization wasn't really in play then, even though we had fought a world war.
We had a couple million people over there. No, but
the worst war ever.
What I'm saying is that can you imagine how you would lead your life?
Loss of life, yeah.
Right now in New York, we're fully vaccinated, and you can't get a reservation.
No, you can't.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.